We got nowhere to be, just a slow dance with the summer heat. The world outside can't wait a few, 'cause right now we got nothing else to do. The sun is peeking through the cotton white blinds, your hands still tangled up in mine. Feet on the wall, your head.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Just like to say massive thank you to everyone for joining me today. It has been a while since my last update and I just needed to take a bit of a break from everything. Everything was getting a bit much, so took a little bit of a break and we are back. So today we're going to be looking at the giant onions for Peach and Alice Giant Onion Challenge 25-26. We have the Elsie with no lights and the Elsie with grow lights. Do also have the Joe Athertons that Pete sent me out in the back here, and some of the Peter Glazebrookes are down at the allotment along with some more Elsie and Joe Athertons. So today I'm going to be having a look at, I'm going to try and get around all of them, but if we don't get down to the allotment then that'll be another update further down the line. But we're going to look at all the biggest ones and give them a measure, see how big they are. So this one up here is still in the polytunnel, as you can see. It's only in, I think it's 7.5 litre pot. This is my biggest no lights onion. How big, I do not know. I'll go and get the tape measure. So, can't for the life of me find my little green tape that I use to measure these, so we're going with good old tape measure and a bit of string. So I'm just going to go around the widest point of this and pinch where it is, and you're just going to have to trust me on this, guys. But that one there is bang on 12 inches in diameter, so that's not looking too bad considering it's in a 7.5 litre pot. I'm not going to pot it on, I'm going to keep it in this, and this one is going to stay in here. Do have quite a few still in pots. I've got a lot in small pots. I'm just going to leave them in there and let them do their thing. You'll see, when you see the allotment, you'll understand I don't think I need many more onions, so I'm just going to leave them in the pots that they are and let them do their thing. Right, so we'll go and have a look at the Joe Athertons that we've got out the back here, and then we'll go and have a look at the biggest Elsies in the front garden. So out the back here, alongside the polytunnel, we've got some of the Joe Athertons. Now these don't get the sunlight in the morning, and it is cut short in the evening because of the shade of the house, but they got absolutely battered by the wind when I put them out at first, but they seem to be picking up. They're nice and tall, so I'm hoping that should mean that they should get pretty big. They've got nice thick necks on them, but I do have a load more of these down at the allotment that are a lot bigger than this. Then we have the Peter Glazebrookes. They're just in these small 3 litre pots. Just going to leave them there, see what they do. That one there is another Elsie. I'm just going to leave it there, see what it does. So the Elsie onions are in there somewhere. This is the elephant garlic. We've got the comfrey there, and the 3 largest of my Elsie onions planted in the back there. So these are the 20-litre air pots, and I've earthed them up with compost, and I took the bottoms out of the air pots so there's no bottoms in them. The roots can go straight down and continue down on into the ground. We did have an old bed here, an old raised bed here last year, so I took that from here and put these here, and I've just mounded them up with compost. They do need feeding, and they did get absolutely battered by the storm the other day, but they're doing all right. They're still decent size and plenty to go by the looks of it. By the size of the neck and the amount of fresh growth coming through, I am hoping that these should be pretty big. I think this one is probably the largest. This one's not far behind, I'd say. And one on the end there, not so big. But it's still, that's probably the tallest one. So it'll be interesting to see the difference in the tallest and the shortest. Right, so we will measure all three of these anyway. But I'm pretty sure this one's the biggest one. Let's start this one. This one here is 13 inches or 33 centimetres. Stella! Stella! Fucking stupid thing. This one, definitely a bit bigger. Is 14.5 inches or 37 centimetres. Stella! Get out! This one more tape is 15.5 inches or 39 centimetres. So this one is about an inch bigger than that one. So 15.5 inches at this time of year. I think it's probably the largest that I've had. Hopefully we get something over £10 this year, which I didn't think was doable with the Elsie, but who knows, could be. Peach and Alf is also about the same size as these, but his are looking a lot more healthier than mine. He's dedicated his whole polytunnel to his onions and a lot more time than what I have this year. So we will pop and have a look at the ones in the allotment, and we'll finish the video up down there. Great. Did almost forget about this one in here. This is another Elsie, but I've just kept it in the 7.5 litre pot. This one isn't a no lights. One in the other polytunnel is the no lights, but I'm just going to see what it does in this 7.5 litre pot. And again, I'm going to keep it in the polytunnel. Not much going on in here, as you can see. Still left the bench up, still got tools and stuff under there. And I've just planted up this side here with a few of the giant vegetables, giant parsnips, giant carrot, stump of carrots, and some tomatoes. We've got 3 sun gold and 2 of the Peter Glazebrook heavy tomato. 1 mega bloom there. And a couple of peppers in there and some tomatillos. Elephant garlic in there is throwing up all the scapes. Once these loop over, I'll be harvesting those. And then in a few weeks' time, we'll be harvesting the actual elephant garlic. Potatoes. And then next one that I'm going to do is harvest all this garlic here. The 1 basket of hardneck is throwing up scapes. Just picking them off and using them as we want them. There's another 2 there still to go. I'll pull them off today. But I'm going to get all the soft neck in here harvested. As you can see, the bottom leaves are just dying off. And that's showing signs that it's about ready. Just starting to get signs of a bit of rust. But all in all, they've done really well this year. So there'll be a big harvest of the garlic from here. Probably up after this video. Anyway, that's enough from here. We'll get down to the allotment and see what we've got going on down there. So we've got a row of condor potatoes all in buckets there. And then the garlic all at the bottom half of this bed. That's all looking really good, to be fair. This was started off in module trays and planted out a lot later than where the garlic at home. That's looking really good, to be fair. So I think another week and we'll come down and harvest all this garlic. The rest of the bed is full of shallots. These are all the Golden Gourmet shallots, and doesn't look to be any signs of any of these bolting, and they're bulbing up quite nicely, so should have plenty there. And then we've got some, pretty sure these were the Peter Glazebrook in this bed, and this bed is also full of onions. I've noticed quite a lot seem to have bolted or gone to seed, but we'll just pull those up and those can get used straight away. They'll be fine. Not all of them have, but a lot of them, especially at the top end of this bed. But we'll get those pulled up. It's only up to here. These ones, I'm not sure if they were the Joe Atherton, but the rest of the bed seems to be okay. There was 3 at the bottom here that had also bolted, but these all seem to be doing alright. Decent size on some of these, so hopefully get a decent crop of onions out of them. Like I say, I don't know what's what. I didn't label everything, but there's a mixture of the 3 in here. Even the ones that are bolted, they're decent size. They'll be fine as long as we use them up straight away. And in this bed, got giant cabbage, another giant cabbage. That one is a Swede, another Swede, and a kohlrabi right at the end. Did have a beetroot in here, but that bolted and went to seed, and the rest we yet to do anything with. And I do also have 1 pumpkin planted in here, so hopefully that can spread off down there, and a few beetroot at the end of each bed. Right then, so just quickly before we end this video, these are all the onions that are bolted. Unfortunately, see, this one just started to go. pop that seed head out of that. That one will probably be alright for a while. The rest of these will get used straight away. Just snap the shoot, the flowering shoot. Just make sure you break that off, otherwise it will continue to grow no matter where you keep them, and you should be alright. But these have probably bolted due to stress. They were the last ones, majority of the ones that bolted were the last ones in this bed to be planted out, and they were kept in the smaller pots for a lot longer than the rest of them, and I think that has caused them to stress out a bit, which has then caused them to bolt. But the rest of them, they do seem okay. Just keep an eye on them. If they go, it doesn't really matter. As long as the ones at home don't go, I'm happy. Getting plenty of onions like this. We're going to have plenty for storing. I've got a load of smaller onions at home, and we've got all these shallots, so I'm not worried. But these, I'm almost certain will have bolted due to stress. Right then guys, that's going to be it for me today. Just like to say a massive thank you to everyone for watching, and if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and catch you on the next one. Bye for now.